Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch Advanced. The 1980 season is on the air. Today's date is August 21st, 80. We are at Stade Olympique for an important National League matchup between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Montreal Expos. The Dodgers come into this game a record of 59-60. They are in fourth place, one half game back of the Giants, who are at 500. Remember, you got to be in the top three and have a winning record to get in the postseason. The Expos are 65-55, and they are right now 8 games back of the Phillies in the National League East. The Expos are probably not going to catch the Phillies, but the Expos have a very good hold on second place in that division. And looks like only 2 teams from that division will make it, as the Pittsburgh Pirates are 12 games under 500 at this time. I don't think they're going to get in. So we may only have 5 teams from the National League going into the postseason. So this is an important game for the Dodgers. Joe Rocchino, Cutter Historical, Ernest Cruz, Philip Reynolds, and Doug Hunt are first to join us here at Olympic Stadium, and Legman 55. The Dodgers historically won this game 5-4. They had 12 hits and no errors. The Expos had 9 hits and 1 error. But as I say, Inside Pitch has a mind of its own. So a good matchup tonight. Expos trying to maybe get a little closer to the Phillies. Dodgers got to win to get back to 500. They got to at least be above 500 and in the top 3 in order to make the postseason in my expanded playoffs, as I've been doing, all right, when there are only 4 divisions in the league. So if everyone is set and ready to go, as XSG2 and Mr. GG joins us now here at Stade Olympique, let's get things going. Starting pitcher for the Montreal Expos tonight is Scott Sanderson. And I feel he was a solid pitcher. 16 wins, 11 losses, a 3.11 ERA in 80. He gets the call tonight. We are at Stade Olympique, pretty much a pitcher's park. Adds 1 to strikeouts, add 1 to walks, but only a few home run cells on the ballpark card. No chance of robbing a home run at that stadium. So, Dodgers and the Expos. This isn't the first time we've done a game between these two here, and let's see how this one goes. As Kevin Thomas now joins us here at Stade Olympique. And let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Dodgers, second baseman, Davey Lopes. Solid player. 251 average, 10 homers, 49 RBIs, and 80. We're going to use powder blue, white, and blue dice. Expos are the home team. The fans here at Olympic Stadium would love to see another win for the Expos and get closer to the Phillies. Dodgers got to get back to 500. Let's see what happens tonight. Sanderson, 3-3. It's a blank. Lopes, 4-1. It's a ground ball to third. And that will be handled by Larry Parrish. And he'll throw to first for the out. Next up is the shortstop, Bill Russell. 264 average, 3 homers, 34 RBIs. Sanderson, 1-2. Error on a booted ball. Russell, 2-1. Nope, that's going to be a fly ball to left field. And coming under that will be Ron LaFleur. 2 down. And now the left fielder, Dusty Baker, Hall of Famer. He will go in as one as a manager. As a player, I have no problem putting Dusty Baker in the Hall of the Very Good. 294 average, 29 homers, 97 RBIs. There is nothing wrong with those stats. Sanderson, 3-5. That's going to be an automatic out. It'll be a grounder to second. And Rodney Scott will go ahead and get that and toss it over. Retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Dodgers. And we'll go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers tonight is Don Sutton, Hall of Famer. I would say 300 wins says yes. Had a great year in 82. 13 wins, 5 losses. He had a save and a 2.20 ERA, one of his better years. Definitely a Hall of Famer. 300 wins definitely gets you that. Leading off for the Expos, left fielder Ron LaFleur, 257 average, 4 homers, 39 RBIs that year. Sutton, 8-5 and strikeout 13, and yep, that'll get him. Struck him out. First strikeout for Sutton. He had 128 of them in 80. Here's the second baseman, Rodney Scott, 224 average, no homers, 46 RBIs that year. Sutton, 2-4, strikeout 3, swing and a miss, struck him out. That's the second K for Sutton. And now here's the right fielder, Roland Office, 267 average, 6 homers, 30 RBIs. Did Roland have a good day at the office? Sutton, 8-4, and range play at the park, Olympique Stadium, 4-8. That's a double to left field, but it's a range play for Dusty Baker. His range is a 4. He won't get it. It'll be a double. Into over pretty much near him, just a little bit out of his reach, and Office will make second on a double. So Office on at second, and that will bring up the center fielder, the Hawk, Andre Dawson, Hall of Famer. 308 average, 17 homers, 87 RBIs. Andre Dawson killed baseballs for breakfast. B. Shaker joins us here at Olympic Stadium. Strategy role for Office, he'll stay put. Sutton, 7-4, strikeout 15 will be too high. Dawson, 7-3, and Dawson's going to put the Expos on the board first. And that's going to be a double into center field. Office will come around. He will score. And the Expos are on the board quickly, 1-0. RBI double for the Hawk. And that will bring up the third baseman, Larry Parrish. 254 average, 15 homers, 72 RBIs that year. 2 outs, still here in the bottom of the first. Expos already up 1-0. Dawson, he gets the jump to go to third, but he's going to stay put. Sutton will deal. Sutton, 1-2, strikeout, 18 will miss. Parrish, 6-5, that's a fly to right. And grabbing that will be Rick Monday, even though today is Thursday. And he'll make the catch and retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits. Expos take a quick 1-0 lead after 1. We go to the top of the second. Leading off for the Dodgers, first baseman, Steve Garvey. Some people think he still belongs in the Hall of Fame. You can make an argument. 304 average, 26 homers, 106 RBIs in 80. Sanderson, 5-7. It's a blank. Garvey, 8-1 against the righty. It'll be a base hit past second base. So Garvey gets the first hit of the game for the Dodgers. And now we'll see the third baseman, the Penguin, Ron Cey. I put him in the Hall of Very Good. 254 average, 28 homers, 77 RBIs. Cey was a very solid individual. Infielder double play depth. Garvey had 6 steals, and he is going to stay where he is. Sanderson, 3-2 at the park, Olympic Stadium, 1-6, and it's a base hit to center field. Will Garvey take third? An 8-6, and let's see. No, he won't. He will hold at second base. It would have been if it was a single to right, but Garvey will hold that second. And so runners at first and second, and no one out now for the Dodgers. Next up is the right fielder, Rick Monday, 268 average, 10 homers, 25 RBIs that year. Infield still at double play depth. Strategy, nothing on the 15. Sanderson will deal. Sanderson, 1-6, strikeout, got him. That's going to be the first strikeout for Sanderson. He had 125 of them in 80. And here is the center fielder, the original beast mode, Pedro Guerrero. This guy was absolutely ripped. 322 average, 7 homers, 31 RBIs in 80. I'm pretty sure all of you will say that Pedro Guerrero was a very big man. Garvey on at second, Say on at first, and that is a 5. Nothing happening there. Sanderson will deal. Sanderson, 4-5, walk, 11, and that's going to miss. Guerrero, 6-8. It's a ground ball to short. That's a 6. Hit to short +1 is a 7. Sanderson +1 will make him a 9. That's not going to be a double play. So Garvey will make it to third. Say is out. Guerrero will take first, and they'll only get the fielder's choice. So fielder's choice there. And now the catcher, Steve Yeager, 211 average, 2 homers, 20 RBIs that year. Runners at the corners, now 2 outs. Strategy roll. That's a 6. Nothing happening there. Sanderson, 1-2, error on a booted ball. Yeager, 2-4, and that's a ground ball to first. That ball is hit to Warren Cromartie. His ever rating is a 9. That's a 3. He's going to boot it, and the Dodgers are going to get a run. Garvey's going to come in to score. That's going to be an error on Cromartie. Guerrero goes to second, Yeager to first, and we're tied at 1. Big time error on Cromartie. He boots the ball, and that will be an E3. That gives the Dodgers a run and an extra out. But that will bring up the pitcher, Don Sutton. He uses hitting card number 2. Runners at first and second. Anything happening on the bases? The answer is no. Sanderson, 8-3. That's a blank. Sutton, 4-7. That's a grounder to short. That'll be handled by Chris Spire. And he is going to throw to first to get Sutton. And that will retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits and 1 error. And we're tied at 1 going in the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Expos will be the first baseman, Warren Cromartie. Even though Cromartie just made an error, I always felt Cromartie was a solid player. 288 average, 14 homers, 70 RBIs in 80. Sutton, 7-3, strikeout. That'll be too high. Cromartie, 1-5. He'll fly 1 to left, and that will be Dusty Baker to make the play. And now the catcher, the kid himself, Gary Carter, Hall of Famer. I say one of the best catchers of all time. 264 average, 29 homers, 101 RBIs. Can we all agree that Gary Carter had no fear when someone was coming down the line? Sutton will go ahead and pitch. Sutton, 7-8, pickoff. Nobody on base, so we go to the park. Olympic Stadium, 7-2. It's a fly to left field again. That'll be another play for Dusty Baker. And he'll make the catch for out number 2. You're coming down the line and you see Gary Carter blocking the plate, you deserve what happens to you. Here's the shortstop, Chris Spire, 265 average, a homer, 32 RBIs that year. 2 men away, Sutton, 1-2, strikeout 9. That just missed. Spire, a 1-6, and there are no runners in scoring position. That's a single to center field. A 1-7, Sutton will turn that into an out, and that is a 6, and that's going to be a fly out to center field instead, as Guerrero is going to get to that, and Sutton will turn that hit into an out, and that is a 1-2-3 inning for Sutton, tied at 1 after 2. We go to the third. Davey Lopes leads off for the Dodgers. He's 0 for 1. Dodgers and Expos. Dodgers need this game to get back to 500. Expos still trying to think if they can chase the Phillies. But right now, the Expos, I'm sure, would be happy with the number 3 seed. But a long way to go yet before we think about that. Sanderson, 7-1, strikeout, no. Lopes, 6-1, ground out to short. Spire will grab that one. And over to first it goes, 1 down. Here's Russell. Russell is 0 for 1. Pitch from Sanderson. 7-8. Walk. 19 is high. Russell. 3-7. And that's popped up to third. And that's going to be in fair territory. Parrish says, I'll grab it. And he will for the second out. Baker is next. Baker is 0 for 1. Sanderson, he will pitch. 3-7, walk, 9. That's ball 4. He does walk Baker. That's the first walk given up by Sanderson. He had only 53 of them in 80. That's not bad when you have 211 innings pitched. Here's Garvey. Garvey got a single his first time up and scored. Baker on at first, and he will stay there. Sanderson, 3-5. That's an automatic out. It'll be a grounder to second, handled by Rodney Scott. He's going to throw to first to get Garvey. And that's a good inning for Sanderson. Nothing across except the walk. We go to the bottom of the third. Leading off for the Expos will be the pitcher, Scott Sanderson. He uses hitting card number 3. Sutton will deal. Sutton, 5-2. And that's going to be an automatic out. And it will be a ground ball. That's going to be a grounder to short. And that'll be handled there by Bill Russell. And Russell throws to first for the out. Easy out there. Sanderson does have KBIP, so he does strike out a lot. Here's LaFleur. LaFleur is 0 for 1. Sutton will deal. Sutton, 4-3. That's an automatic out. It's a grounded to first base. Easily picked up by Garvey. And Garvey will take it to the bag himself. 2 down. And now Scott. Scott is 0 for 1. Sutton will pitch. 5-3. And that's an error foul grounder at the park. Olympic Stadium. 1-1. That's a base hit to right field. That's going to be a single to right. There won't be an error. Scott will make it to first. And he gets his first hit of the game. Here's Office. Office got a double his first time up. Scott on at first. He had 63 steals at the 14. He's not going, though. Sutton, 6-4. Possible home run against the righty. Office needs a 14. With runners on base, -2 makes that a 12. But that's a 3. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is gone. Home run, Roland Office. Stadium cheers. Yuppie. Two-run bomb by Roland Office, and the Expos have a 3-1 lead. Office had only 6 homers, but they were all against right-handed pitching, and that is a big-time one there. Next batter is Dawson. Dawson got a double his first time up. Sutton will pitch. Sutton, 4-3. That's an automatic out. It's a ground ball to short. Bill Russell will get it. He'll throw it over to first and retire the side. 2 runs on 2 hits. A 2-run bomb by Roland Office. 3-1 Expos after 3. Office says, take that memo. We go to the top of the 4th. That'll bring up the Penguin, Ron Stade. Stade got a single his first time up. Sanderson will pitch. Sanderson, 2-1, strikeout, got him. He'll get Stade, and that is the second strikeout for Sanderson. Next up is Monday, even though today is Thursday. Monday is 0 for 1. Sanderson, 4-2. Wild pitch. It's a blank. Monday, 2-4. Popped up to first base. And Cromartie says, I got it. And he's going to get it in fair territory. 2 down. Here's Guerrero. Guerrero is 0 for 1. Pitch from Sanderson. 6-7. Walk, 5, and barely walked him, but he did. He barely walks Guerrero. Scott Sanderson didn't like the call. And that is the second walk by Sanderson. The umpire says, I don't care if you didn't like it. It was outside. Let's play ball. Here's Yeager. Yeager reached on an error his first time up. Guerrero on at first, and he will stay there. Sanderson, 8-1. That's at the park. Olympic Stadium, 2-1. And against the righty, that's going to be a double to right field. Well, actually, he is a righty, so he's a right-handed batter. That's actually going to be a double to right field anyway. It's not against the righty, but that's a right-handed batter. And that is a double to right field. Will that score Guerrero? Double to right, 6-6. And right fielder for the Expos is Roland Office. His arm rating is a 4. That's not going to be good enough. Guerrero will come around and he will score. Yeager holds at second. It's 3-2. So the Dodgers do get one back on an RBI double by Yeager. And now here's the pitcher, Sutton. Sutton is 0 for 1. 2 outs, now 3-2 here. Strategy roll for Yeager. He'll stay put. Sanderson, 8-5. Against the righty, strikeout 11. He'll get Sutton, and that'll retire the side. That is the third K for Sanderson. One run on one hit. And it's now 3-2 as we go to the bottom of the fourth. Larry Parrish leads off for the Expos. He's 0 for 1. Sutton will deal. Sutton, 5-4. That's an automatic out. It's a fly to right. Grabbing that will be Monday. He makes the play, 1 down. Here's Cromartie. Cromartie is 0 for 1. Sutton with the pitch. 1-2, strikeout 3, swing and a miss, struck him out. That is the third K for Sutton. And now here's the kid. Carter's 0 for 1. Sutton will pitch. 2-3, error on a grounder. Carter, 2-4. That is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to second base. It's hit to Davey Lopes. His error rating is a 6. That's a 19. Lopes will get it. They'll throw it over and end the inning. A nice, easy inning for Sutton. 1, 2, 3 go the Expos. 3-2. They still lead, though, after 4. Moving on to the fifth. And it will be Davey Lopes leading off for the Dodgers. He's 0 for 2. Expos trying to stay close with the Phillies. Dodgers got to get a win to get back to 500. Sanderson, 5-5. That's a blank. Lopes, a 3-2. And that is grounded to short. Handled by Chris Spire. And he throws it to first for the out. Russell is next. Russell is 0 for 2. Sanderson with the pitch. 4-4, strikeout 5, got him. He gets Russell. And that will be the 4th strikeout for Sanderson, 2 away. And now here's Dusty. Dusty is 0 for 1 with a walk. Sanderson deals 7-5, and that is a blank. Baker, 5-7, and that's a high fly to right, but it'll be easily played by Roland Office. And he will get to that and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Dodgers. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Sutton can pitch to 27. And Sanderson can also pitch to 27. Chris Spire leads off for the Expos. He's 0 for 1. Starting the bottom of the 5th inning here. Sutton, 1-1 at the park. Olympic Stadium, 8-5, and that will be a grounder to second base. Lopes will grab that one and take his time and make a routine throw to first for out number 1. Here's Sanderson using hitting card number 3. Sanderson is 0 for 1. Sutton will pitch. 5-2. That's an automatic out, and it's a fly to right. Easily played there by Rick Monday for the second out. And now LaFleur. LaFleur is 0 for 2. Sutton will go ahead. 6-8. Walk. 10. Ball 4. LaFleur will trot to first. And that is the first time he's walked. And that's the first walk issued by Sutton. He only had 42 of them in 212 innings pitched. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. But now a chance for Scott. Scott is 1 for 2 with a single. 3-2 Expos, bottom of the 5th. Strategy roll for LaFleur. That's a 17. Believe it or not, he does not get the jump. His attempt rating is a 14. He had 97 steals. He was a thief. He was the Ricky Henderson. He pretty much was the Ricky Henderson of the National League that year. But he doesn't get the jump. Sutton will pitch. Sutton, 6-1. That's an automatic out. It'll be a ground ball to third, handled by the Penguin. And he's gonna throw to second to get LaFleur. And that'll end the inning. Nothing across except the walk. Sutton has actually pitched a good game if it wasn't for the home run. But we're at the end of 5. The Expos still have a 3-2 lead. We go to the 6th. And Steve Garvey leads off for the Dodgers. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Sanderson's also pitched very well, too. Sanderson with the deal. 3-4. Range play 13. That's a 17. No. Garvey, 8-4. It's going to be a base hit to left field. And because it wasn't a range play, that could have had a chance for an out, but Garvey will get a leadoff single. Second hit for Garvey. It'll bring up the Penguin. And he is 1 for 2. Infield set for double play. Garvey had 6 steals. He's not going anywhere. Sanderson will deal. 3-2 at the park. Olympic Stadium. 6-1. And that's a ground ball to third. The infield is not in, obviously. Infield is a double play depth. Ground ball to third. That's a 19. Say is an 8+. That's a double play. I don't even have to check that. That's a 5-4-3 double play, 2 outs. With an 8+, and that's a 19. That's an easy double play call. 2 away. 5-4-3 around the horn. And now the batter is Monday. Monday is 0 for 2. The lovely Barbara joins us here at Olympic Stadium. And by the way, she is lovely. Sanderson, 3-6. That's a 3-6 is a blank. Monday, 8-7. And that will be grounder to third. Handled easily there by Parrish. Parrish will take it, toss it over, retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Dodgers. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Leading off for the Expos is Roland Office, and he's having a great day at the office. 2 for 2, a double and a bomb. Sutton will pitch. Sutton, 1-6, and that's going to be an automatic out, though. That'll be grounded to short, and Bill Russell will toss it over. Here's the Hawk. Dawson is 1 for 2 with a double. Sutton deals. 3-6. That's a pitcher result. That's a 10. And a righty against a righty, however, that's going to be a blank. Dawson, 7-3. But Dawson will still come through with a hit, and that's going to go into center field. That'll be a 2-bagger. Dawson rounds first. He'll easily get the second. And Andre Dawson has his second double of the game. A big run at second base. Here's Parrish. Parrish is 0 for 2. Sutton got to settle down a little bit here. Expos have a 3-2 lead. Strategy roll, and that's an 8. Nothing happening there. Sutton will pitch. Sutton, 6-5. That's an automatic out, and that will be a ground ball to first. Garvey will grab it. Dawson will move to third, 2 down. A lot of automatic outs on Sutton's card. He, like I said, a 2.20 ERA. You would think he would have that. Here's Cromartie. Cromartie is 0 for 2. Dawson on at third, and he will stay at third. Sutton gets up, gets the sign from Yeager and deals. Sutton, 8-8, error on a booted ball. Cromartie, 4-1, and that's going to be a base hit past second base. There are runners in scoring positions, so that's going to be a single past second. There won't be a booted ball error on that. Dawson comes in to score, and it's 4-2 Expos. Stadium cheers. Yippee! RBI single by Cromartie as he makes up for the error that he had earlier. And here's the kid. Carter is 0 for 2. Expos now with a 4-2 lead. Strategy roll. And nothing on the 6. Cromartie stays put. Sutton, 5-3, error, foul, grounder at the park. Olympique Stadium, 3-8. And that is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to third. That ball is into the Penguin. Say's error rating is a 7. That's a 5. And he is going to make an error. He's going to boot that ball and everyone will be safe. The Penguin makes an error. That's an E5. First error on the Dodgers. They did not have any errors historically in the ball game. The Expos had an error too. I didn't mark it. So both teams with an error here. That was on E3, right? Okay. So both teams now with an error. And the batter now is Spire. Spire is 0 for 2. 2 outs here. Sutton goes ahead and looks at the Penguins, say, hey, man, you do have wings, Can you use them maybe or something? Because you got to make a play. Strategy roll. Nothing happening there. Sutton will deal. Sutton, 3-6. That's a pitcher result. That's a 16. But against the righty, it'll be a blank. Spire. 1-5, and against the righty, it's a base hit past short. Cromartie will come around from second. He will score. Carter, he will hold. He'll hold at second base. Spire gets an RBI. 5-2 Expos. Stadium cheers. Yippee! RBI single by Spire. So the error allows a hit, an extra run. And now here's Sanderson. Uses hitting card number 3. He can pitch to 3 more batters before he tires. He got a 5-2 lead. I would like to get one more inning out of him. So they're going to let Sanderson back. Strategy roll and nothing on the 5. Carter on at second. Spire on at first. Sutton will pitch. Sutton, 5-3, error, foul, grounder at the park. Olympique Stadium, 2-3. That is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to second. This time the ball is hit to Lopes. His error rating is a 6. That's a 12. He'll get it. And he's going to step on second base and force out Spire, and that'll retire the side. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error. And the Expos now have a 5-2 lead after 6. So wants the Expos to win. The dice are going to hear me now. We go to the 7th. 5-2, favor of the Spos. Pedro Guerrero leads off for the Dodgers. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Sanderson can pitch to 3 batters before he tires. This probably will be his last inning. I don't know how many complete games he had. Sanderson, 6-5, strikeout, 17 will just miss. Guerrero, 3-7. Guerrero leads off with a double. They'll smack that one into left field, and Guerrero will wind up at second base. So we'll lead off double for the Dodgers. And now the batter is Yeager. Yeager 1 for 2, doubled and reached on an error. Guerrero on at second base. Strategy rolls are still active. That is a 2. And Guerrero staying put. Sanderson, 7-5. That is a blank. Yeager, 4-4. And there are runners in scoring position. That would be an automatic out. Sanderson, a 1-13. They'll keep that an out. That's a 5, and that's what it's going to be. And that's going to be a fly to left. Handled there by Ron LaFleur. And that will be out number 1. Does Guerrero go to third? And a 6-4, he will, let's see, left field was LaFleur. His arm rating is a 4. And hold it 4-7. Guerrero will stay where he is. 1 out. That's going to be it for Don Sutton. He's due to bat. He's given up 5 runs in this ball game, so Sutton's going to leave with the L. We're going to have a pinch hitter here. So coming on to pinch hit for the Dodgers is going to be Gary Thomason. 216 average, 1 homer, 12 RBIs, has the most pinch hits against righties, so he gets the call. So Gary Thomason will go up against Sanderson here. So 1 out. Dodgers going to the bullpen. Strategy roll for Guerrero, and he'll stay where he is. Sanderson, 2-7. Pickoff, 1. No. A 1-10 would have been a pickoff at first base, but it's not going to be a pickoff, so we're going to the park. Olympic Stadium, 5-4. It's a ground ball to short. That'll be grabbed by Spire. The throw will go to first for out number 2. That is a 3. Guerrero will take third. So 2 men down. And now here's Lopes. Lopes is 0 for 3. Sanderson is tired. They want to see if he can get through the inning. Guerrero on at third. Lopes the batter. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 3. Guerrero stays where he is. Sanderson, he will pitch. Sanderson, 5-5. That's a blank. Lopes, 1-7. It's a fly ball to right field. And Roland Office will grab it. He'll make the play and retire the side. No runs and a hit. A strained Guerrero. And the Expos still have a 5-2 lead. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Our next matchup will be August 24th, tomorrow night. And we're going to Metropolitan Stadium. It's the first time we've been there for a big matchup in the American League between the Detroit Tigers and the Minnesota Twins. The Tigers will have Dan Schatzeder on the mound, and the Twins will have Jeff Zahn. The Tigers, they are in third place in the American League East. The Twins, they're in fourth place, but they're in fourth place, but only 3 games back of the Rangers. The Rangers have not been playing very well. So a big game tomorrow night between the Tigers and the Twins at Metro Stadium. That'll be tomorrow night here on the network. I'm pretty sure that Chuck Rawlings will not miss his Tigers tomorrow night. Top of the order for the Expos. Ron LaFleur leads off. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Dodgers need a pitcher. They got right switch left. So they're going to bring on the pitcher with the most relief mid appearances. 8, 4, 24, 12. That's going to be Castillo. Coming on to pitch for the Dodgers will be Robert Castillo. 8 wins, 6 losses, 5 saves, a 2.75 ERA in 80. Sutton does leave with the L. So Robert Castillo will pitch, and he can pitch to 7 of them. We'll see how long he goes. Castillo against LaFleur. Bottom of the 7, Expos lead 5-2. Castillo, 1-7, strikeout, got him. That'll be a strikeout for Castillo. He had 60 of them in 80. Next batter is Scott. Scott is 1 for 3 with a single. Castillo will deal. Castillo, 8-6, strikeout, 20 will miss. Scott, 7-6, and against the righty, it'll be a fly ball to left. Dusty Baker says he'll grab it, and that's out number 2. Here's Office. Office is 2 for 3, having a good day at the office. Castillo will deal. Castillo, 1-5, error on a booted ball. Office, 1-1, grounder to second base. That ball is at the Lopes. His error rating is a 6. That's a 3, and he's going to boot the ball. He's going to boot the ball, and Office will be safe. That'll be an E4. Second error on the Dodgers today. They didn't have any errors in the game historically. Office safe at first, and a chance now for the Hawk. Dawson, 2 for 3, 2 doubles. Office on it first. Strategy rolls are still active. That is a 17, nothing happening. Castillo will go ahead and pitch to Dawson. Castillo, 3-5. And against the righty, that'll be an automatic out. It'll be grounded to second. This time, Lopes won't have a problem. And he's going to throw to shortstop, covering second base. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits. There was an error. But the Expos couldn't do anything with it. 5-2 after 7. We go to the 8th. Bill Russell, the leadoff batter for the Dodgers. Sanderson, it's the 8th inning. I don't know how many complete games he had, but he is tired. Let me see how many complete games he had real fast here. I don't know. I even though it's a 5-run lead, but let me see. For the Expos. Here, let's see. Sanderson that year, he had 7 complete games. All right, he had 7 complete games. I'll roll a D20. A 1-7, he stays in at least for the 8th. Nope, he's coming out. So that'll be it for Sanderson. We'll see a new pitcher for the Expos. And Mr. GG says get the ball to Sosa and Fryman. Well, we got 3 righties coming up, and it's going to be. We're on the late innings. It's going to be Sosa. He happens to be right about that. Coming on to pitch for the Expos will be Elias Sosa. 9 wins, 6 losses, 9 saves, a 3.07 ERA in 80. Sosa will come over and will take over. Sanderson leaves with the W. And Sosa can pitch to 7. So we'll see how long. We'll see how long he goes. He has saves, so he could stay in the game if possible. Top of the 8th, 5-2 Expos. Sosa will deal. 4-8, strikeout, got him. And that's a good way to start for Sosa. That'll be a strikeout on him. Sosa had 58 Ks that year. 1 down, here's Dusty. Baker is 0 for 2 with a walk. Elias Sosa. Sosa will deal. 1-4. That's an automatic out. It's a ground ball to short. Easily played by Spire. Spire tosses it over, 2 down. And now Garvey. Garvey is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Sosa, he will deal. Sosa, 8-7. That's an automatic out. It's a grounder to second. Handily played by Rodney Scott. He'll throw to first. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for Sosa. As usual, my chat has the best managing in the world. You just can't beat the managing in the chat on that other channel with the fluffy cat. So 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. We go to the bottom of the 8th. And Larry Parrish leads off for the Expos. He's 0 for 3. He'll bat. Castillo will stay out there. Castillo will stay out there. One of the better relievers the Dodgers had that year. Castillo will deal. 2-1. Range play 12. 17. No. Parrish. 8-3. And that will be a fly to left. And Dusty Baker will come under it and grab it for out number 1. Cromartie is next. He's 1 for 3 with a single. Castillo, he will deal. Castillo, 8-3. That's an automatic out. It's a grounder to first. Garvey takes it to the bag himself for the second out. And now the kid, Carter is 0 for 3, but reached on an error. Castillo settles in. 1-6. Strikeout plus. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that will retire the side. Nice job by Castillo. 1-2-3 go the Expos. They do have a 5-2 lead after 8. But will we see some 9th inning magic? We go to the 9th. Sosa's going to stay on the mound. And leading off for the Dodgers will be the Penguin, Ron Cey. He is 1 for 3. Expos do have Fryman warming up in the bullpen, but they're going to go with Sosa, see if he can get the save. Sosa will go ahead and deal. Sosa, 4-6. That's a pitcher result. And against a righty, that's going to be a base hit. That's going to be a single pass first. And Cey will get the first. So leadoff hit for Cey. And now the batter is Monday. Monday is 0 for 3. Infield set for double play. Expos lead 5-2. Dodgers trying to get back into this. Strategy rolls are off. Pitcher will concentrate on batter. Sosa, 2-6. Strikeout 11. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Sosa gets another K, 1 down. And now Guerrero. Guerrero is 1 for 2, doubled and walked. Cey on it first. Fans here at Stade Olympique hoping for a big out. Sosa will pitch. 6-2. Pickoff. 6. It's going to be a balk. It's a pickoff, and a 6 goes to 4-9. It's a balk, and Cey will move to second. So Sosa balks over Cey, and they'll re-roll the strat. Or there's no strat, they'll re-roll the pitch. So Cey moves over to second, and now Sosa will pitch again. Sosa, 6-1, strikeout 11. He got Guerrero, struck him out. 2 down. And now the last chance for the Dodgers is Steve Yeager, but he may not be batting. There's better hitters on the bench. And they're going to go with Yeager coming back. And coming on to pinch hit will be Jay Johnstone. 307 average, 2 homers, 20 RBIs in 80. If this goes any further, the Dodgers will need a catcher, but I got catchers available. So Cey on at second, and Johnstone will pinch hit. May he rest in peace, passed away recently. Sosa will pitch to Johnstone. Fans here hoping for a good pitch. John Stone, not much home run power. He's there really to get on. He's there really ready to get on base. Sosa gets in there, and he will deal. Sosa, 2-3. That's at the park. Olympic Stadium, 1-8. And it's a ground ball to second base. Over to get it is Rodney Scott. He's got it. Pumps once, pumps twice. Throws to first. That's your game. Expos will pull away here on the Dodgers, 5-2. Stadium cheers. Yippee! No runs, a hit, and a balk. But that is all the Dodgers are going to get here tonight, as the Expos will get a big win here at Olympic Stadium, and they'll move to 66-55. The Dodgers now drop to 59-61. Tough loss for the Dodgers, but the Expos right now could be a very interesting team in this postseason if they make it, and they probably will. Final line score coming up. For the Expos, 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. For the Dodgers, 2 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. The winning pitcher is Scott Sanderson. He'll wind up with the win. Don Sutton will take a rare loss that he had that year. And Elias Sosa will pick up the save. So a nice win here for the Expos. And the Dodgers, they're now 2 games under 500. But we're not done. 10-minute ticker is next. Okay. That was a nice, easy ball game. Sometimes we get a few easy games to roll, not much craziness. Sometimes we get games that are not crazy, but just normal baseball games. And sometimes I really just like to have a normal baseball game. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the Dodgers take a 5-2 loss to the Expos. Let's see how the rest of the majors does here, as we're now in late August. August 21st, Baltimore, California. Orioles 21-15, that will be 3. Angels 5-33, and that is also 3, and they're going to extras. Baltimore rolls a 3, -1 is 2. California rolls a 1, -1 is 0, and the Orioles will get the win. Blue Jays and the White Sox. Blue Jays 11-25, that's 3. White Sox 11-12, that's 1. Cleveland and Kansas City. Indians 19-44, 6 runs. Royals 16-31, that's 4 runs. Detroit at Minnesota in a doubleheader. Tigers 11-31, and that's 3. Twins 11-31, that's 3, and they're going to extras, obviously. Both teams roll a 4. Detroit's a -2, Minnesota's a +1, and the Twins will win the first game. Game number 2, Tigers 12-32, and that is 4. Twins 8-62, and that is 7, and the Twins win both. Boston at Oakland. Red Sox 8-36, and that is 4. Athletics 4-56, and that's 5, and that is a win for the A's. Yankees at the Mariners. Yankees 13-66, that's 11. Mariners 10-44, and that will be 5. Cubs and the Braves. Cubs 4-11, that's 0. Braves 12-43, and that will be 5. Another win for the Bravos. Pirates and the Astros. Pirates 8-52, that's 5. Astros 7-51, that's 5, and they're going to extras. Pirates roll a 6 +0. Astros roll a 2 +2 is 4. And the Pirates will pull that one out. Giants and the Mets. Giants 525, that is 2. Mets 125, that is 2. And they're going to extras. Giants roll a 5, plus 1 is 6. Mets roll a 2, minus 1 is 1. And that'll be a win for the G-Men. Padres and the Phillies. Padres 855, that is 6. Phillies 1042, that's 4. That's a win for the Friars. August 22nd, Yankees at California. Yankees 2021, that's 3. Angels 1063, that is 7. Win for them. Toronto and the White Sox. Blue Jays 023, that's 1. White Sox 215, that is 1. And they're going to extras as well. Toronto rolls a 1, plus 1 is 2. White Sox roll a 5, plus 2 is 7. The White Sox will win that game. Cleveland at Kansas City. Indians 1155, that's 6. Royals 1532, and that's 4. And the Tribe will get a win. Detroit at Minnesota. Tigers 1451, and that's 6. Twins 1822, and that's 3. That'll be a win for the Cats. Baltimore at Oakland, big series there. Orioles 1424, that's 3. Athletics 714, that's 1, a win for the O's. Boston at Seattle. Red Sox 1812, and that is 1. Mariners 765, that's 8. Ouch. Red Sox are fading. Milwaukee at Texas in a doubleheader. And this is an important series, really, for both, although the Brewers are fading. Brewers 1244, that is 5. Rangers 1115, that is 2. Brewers take the first. Brewers 1525, and that's 4. That's 4. Rangers 1063, that is 7, and they will split the twin bill. Cardinals and the Braves. Cardinals 1431, that's 4. Atlanta 644, that's 4, and they're going to extras. Cardinals roll a 1, minus 4 is -3. Atlanta rolls a 4, plus 1 is 5, and that will be an easy win for the Braves. Pirates and the Reds. Pirates 851, and that is 5. Reds 962, that is 7, and that game belongs to the Reds. Cubs and the Astros. Cubs 936, that's 4. Astros 625, that's 2, a win for the Cubs. Padres and the Expos. Padres 762, that is 6. Expos 1051, and that's 5. That's a win for the Friars. Dodgers and the Mets. Dodgers 1126, and that is 3. Mets 461, that is 5. And my Mets have a happy recap. That's a tough loss for the Dodgers. Giants and the Phillies. Giants minus 433, that's 2. Phillies 861, and that's 6, a win for the Fighting Phils. August 23rd, Yankees at California. Yankees 1552, that's 6. Angels 165, that's 7. Ooh, win for the Halos. Toronto and the White Sox. Blue Jays 852, and that's 5. White Sox 1555, that's 7. And the Blue Jays lose another tough one. Cleveland at Kansas City. Indians 1046, and that's 5. Royals 1813, and that's 2, a win for the Tribe. Detroit at Minnesota. We have these two tomorrow night. Tigers 1321, that is 3. Twins 832, that is also 3, and they're going to extras. Both teams roll a 5. Detroit -2, Minnesota +1. Another win for the Twins and extras. Baltimore at Oakland. Orioles 16-46. That's 6 runs. Athletics 464. That's 7 runs. It's a win for the A's. Boston at Seattle. Red Sox 13-33, and that's 4. Mariners 1963. That is 9. A win for the M's. Milwaukee at Texas. Brewers 22-32, and that's 5. Rangers 11-66. That's 10. They'll get that win. Cardinals and the Braves. Cardinals 13-64. That's 8 runs. Braves 751, and that is 5 runs, and that's a win for the Redbirds. Pirates and the Reds. Pirates 546, and that's 4. Reds 933, and that is 3, and they'll raise the Jolly Roger there. Cubs and the Astros. Cubs 654, that's 5. Astros 1226, that's 3. And Cubs win. Padres and the Expos. Padres 251, and that'll be 4. Expos 956, that will be 6. A win for the Spos. Dodgers and the Mets. Dodgers 1131, and that is 3. Mets 942, and that is 4. My Mets get another happy recap. Giants and the Phillies. Giants 552, that's 5. Phillies 1154, and that is 6. And another win for the Phils. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be August 24th. We will be at Metropolitan Stadium. Detroit Tigers at Minnesota Twins. Dan Schatzeder for the Tigers. Jeff Zahn for the Twins. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you're not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. It is a win for the Expos, and they get a big one here over the Dodgers, 5-2. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.